Sarah Hopper is alive, and here is the proof. We know we're going to see Sara. Here's the thing. I had just been saying, oh, Sarah's not dead. She's definitely alive. And then that week, they announced that they are looking to cast someone who looks like young Sara from season 1. Now, I know that could just be a flashback sequence or whatever, but I'm pretty sure she's alive and she's not dead. Hopper never says that Sara is dead. He refers to her as gone. He always talks about her in the present tense. He says to Elle, Sarah's my little girl. She's not here right now. She's gone, or she's stuff like that.
She lives with her mom in the city.
Very similar to how he talks to Elle about her mom. He says that her mom is gone.
God?
Yeah.
The whole season is about the government covering up the death of a child. Hopper is investigating the disappearance of a child whom everyone believes to be dead, whom they find dead, and he finds out that Will's death, he finds Will's body, and he believes, and everybody believes Will is dead, except for Joyce. And then he has his suspicions, and he goes and he checks the morgue, and it's not Will, it's a dummy, and the government covered it all up.
Look, Dr. Brenner asked for me specifically, okay? How else do you think I got in here?
And we know that Papa is in the habit of kidnapping kids and falsifying their death. That's the other thing we find out in season 1. The other reason why I believe Sarah's alive is because not only is it Will is missing and his death was faked by the government, but Elle is also missing and her death was faked by the government.
There's no birth certificate, nothing from the hospital. Doctors and nurses all confirmed that she miscarried.
Yeah, but that could have been covered up. Right?
Well, like I said, you and Terry would have gotten along.
And both the moms were persistent in the belief that their kids were alive. Elle's mom and Joyce are persistent that my kid is out there, my kid is alive. The only other one we see who is sort of like that is Hopper. His wife has moved on, gotten married, and had another kid. They show us that in season 1. Hopper is, he's grieving. It makes sense. But we don't hear that she's dead from him. Other people say his little girl died. Other girls say that was his daughter, she's dead. He never refers to her in the past tense. It's always the present tense. It's always, that's my daughter.
Sarah's my girl.
Where is she?
Well, that's kind of the thing, kid. She left us.
Gone.
Yeah. The black hole. I got her.
Why would the government cover up Sarah's death? We know Sara was sick and she was getting treatment and blah, blah, blah. So we're going to go into that. We see Sara have a problem with breathing. She's in the thing and she's scared and everything's fine. And then suddenly she's looking around scared and she can't breathe. The way she's looking all around looks like how Will in season 2 is looking all around when he is seeing the Upside Down. And he's looking around kind of all scared. And, we know that the air in the Upside Down is toxic and not safe to breathe.
Who's this?
Protection. The atmosphere is toxic.
Oh, my son's in there.
Put it on.
I theorized that her breathing problem that she was having was actually that she was a sensitive child and she was seeing the Upside Down right there, and that's why she couldn't breathe. That she was actually there in the same way that Will was there in season 2, when Will is like trick-or-treating and he's walking around and he's seeing everything, but he's physically present, but he's also like spirit walking in the Upside Down. I think that's what was going on with Sara. Then she's in the hospital, okay? And she's in the hospital and we see Hopper crying in the hospital stairwell. It's probably not the same, but it sure as heck looks like the same stairwell that Dr. Owens is in season 2 when they're at Hawkins Lab. The stairwell that Hopper is crying in and the stairwell that Dr. Owens is in, they look like the same stairwell. So I'm theorizing that she was being treated at least some of the time at Hawkins Lab. Because that's the other thing too. Elle in season 4, I think, when she's talking to Papa about her mom, he says she brought a gun into a hospital.
She brought a gun into the hospital. She killed a man.
That means that Hawkins Lab, wherever the kids were being held, wherever Elle and the kids were being held, it was referred to as a hospital. It was publicly known as a hospital, not a government lab. It was publicly known as a hospital. And who else do we know that was in a hospital in season 1? And that was Sara. Sara was in the hospital being sick. So I think that the hospital where Sara was, whether or not it was Hawkins Lab, I believe that the hospital where Sara was and where she died is the hospital where Elle and 8 and all of the kids were being held. And it was Hawkins Lab, I'm pretty sure. The last final thing about why I think she has superpowers, Hopper talks about how, in the 4th season, he talks about how he was dealing with Agent Orange, and that led to birth defects. I am theorizing that the Agent Orange and maybe some of the other stuff involved there was that maybe the government or Papa was involved in something there too.
It's not chemical warfare, it's just herbicide, kill plants. Harmless.
Because they had stillbirths. That's what he reported. That's what Hopper said, was that a lot of the friends he had in the army who also got exposed to Agent Orange, they had kids that were stillborn.
Kids born, stillborn, dead in the womb. Crooked spines, eyes popped out.
And who else do we know that was reported as being stillborn? Jane, aka 11, aka the one that Papa covered up her birth story. And we know that there were all these other kids. We know there were at least 20 other kids that were being, that had superpowers and were being held in this facility, in this hospital. So then Sara is alive, but the question is, how is she alive? I have 3 theories for how she's alive. 1, she's alive and we're going to see her as, a girl of 11's age. Either she's been in a coma this whole time, or she has been in like a separate government facility that Papa or Owens has been, following her as well. And that's if she was awake. And if she's asleep, if she's in a coma, still in a separate area where they're being controlled, but she's in a coma. 3, time travel. We know time travel is involved in some way or other because of the fact that the Upside Down is frozen on the day that Will disappeared. And so because of that, and because of the fact that we see Henry reversing the clock and we see Elle reversing the clock, we know that time travel is going to be involved, or is involved to some degree. There is a possibility that we could see Sara grown up. I theorize if we see Sara grown up and in old, that Sara could be being played by Linda Hamilton. And why she could be Linda Hamilton? Because her name is Sarah Connor from the Terminator stuff. So it'd be great to have Sarah Connor, Sarah Hopper, time traveler who comes back to help save the day. So Sara, we're definitely going to get a flashback, or she's going to be alive like in Vecna's head, because I'm pretty sure that, we're going to see her. We're going to see Sara. It could be that we'll see her it could just be that we're going to see her in like a flashback, that maybe Vecna is tormenting everybody, and one way that he torments Hopper is going to be by showing him a little vision of his daughter who's passed away. But I think it's going to be that she is alive, and she is alive somehow. And whether she's alive and in the Upside Down, whether she's alive and time traveled to the future, whether she's alive but in a coma somewhere, she is alive. And we're going to go talk now about why she was targeted, because I believe that she was targeted by Henry, by Vecna, because she looked like Alice. And we're going to now talk in another video about Alice. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think of this theory down below. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully I covered all the points. If I didn't, I will make a part 2 going into more about why I think that Sara is alive and who I think she is. I'm so excited for the final season. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your theories. Do you think Sara's alive, or do you think I'm just, wishful thinking? And if she is alive, do you think she's got superpowers? Do you think she's being held away somewhere, and she's more powerful than Elle? Or do you think that she has no superpowers? Do you think she's in a coma? Do you think that it's just that she's dead and it's just that she was used as a literary device to explain what Hopper was going through, and how much, what do you think? What do you think? I think she's alive, and I cannot wait to see season 5. Whether she's alive or not, I know it's going to be great, and I'm really excited to see what they do with the final season. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe so that way you'll see the next video where we're going to talk about Alice and who is Alice. Bye!